Now, fire and smoke are seen near Tehran's Mehrabad Airport following reported air attacks. Plumes rise high into the sky as verification shows buildings, road layout and parking areas match satellite and file images of the airport. NASA firms detect thermal activity at 1:50 a.m. local time. Iran's semi-official news agency Tasnim confirms heavy airstrikes hit the airport earlier today. Let's take a look. In a major overnight decision, Pakistan has increased petrol and high-speed diesel prices by PKR 55 per litre, marking the highest ever fuel hike in the country. Petrol now sells at around PKR 321 per litre and diesel at about PKR 335 per litre. The government cites rising global oil prices and the ongoing Middle East conflict as key reasons behind the surge, impacting millions of consumers across Pakistan. Major General Dwivedi, I'd like your comments on two things. One is, of course, what we're speaking about what is happening in Pakistan about when it comes to petrol prices. But also, Major General Dwivedi, we're at the 8th day of the war. If I ask you hypothetically, what do you think will come out of it eventually?
Well, Vishali, when you evaluate the outcome and how the war is progressing, you always look at the stated war aims, how far they have been achieved, and what cost and penalty you have paid for that. So far, I think on the 8th day, all I can say is that war is in multiple theaters, multiple domains. The Israelis and Americans are intensified their strikes, and these are no more confined to precision targets. They are taking on targets like you mentioned, the airports, the industrial complexes and logistic bases. So therefore, I think the war is progressing. Of course, Iran is getting hit badly, but they are also responding. So far, it is not a clear edge, but yes, if I would say the pendulum is more in the favor of American and Israelis. Now, the outcome of the war depends upon the situation on the ground, because that will dictate how the two parties will go on the negotiation table. So therefore, I come back to the issue you raised about epic. Epic means a long drawn, very decisive, and something which will have a legacy. So therefore, I think this war is going to go on for a couple of weeks until they are able to break the back of Iranians. That's what I think Trump metaphorically said. They surrender, but once you break the back of the enemy, obviously you bring the opponent on the negotiation table on your own terms. So in precise words, I think the war is going to go on for some more time. The Israelis and Americans will try and not only defend, but actually totally break the neck of the Iranian regime, and also ensure that when they come to the table, they are so weakened that they will have to accept the terms and conditions laid down. Please remember that wars start when the negotiation table, the talks fail, then they come on the battle zone, and then battle zone conditions decide once again how the belligerents will come on the negotiation table. So in a nutshell, I think the war is going to go on for some more time. We are going to see more destruction, and we are going to see more intensified strikes, and even I think more nations getting involved, because in desperation Iranians are hitting out anywhere and everywhere. So the outcome definitely will go largely in favor of Americans, but how much fight the Iranian put will also decide their position on the negotiation table. Vishali.
Major General Dwivedi and Ambassador Mahesh Sachdev, it's always a pleasure speaking to you both. Thank you for joining me, and with that, it's time for a short commercial break.